The story of Noah.
The story of Noah is amazing. It includes a family, all the animals of the earth, a huge boat, a flood, and why we have rainbows. It all starts with Noah. Did you know that after Noah was 500 years old, he had 3 sons? I don't know about you, but I've only met 1 or 2 people that were 100 years old, and they were old. After Noah was 500 years old, things started getting very interesting for him. One day, as God was thinking about the people on earth, his heart became very sad. He could see that all the people had become very bad. So bad that they had stopped thinking of anything good.
It is very sad that all my creations are not living the life I wanted them to live.
God was so sad and hurt that he wanted to get rid of every person and all the creatures that he had made. He wanted all the evil to stop. The thing about God is that he gets very angry at our sin and all the bad stuff in the world. But we also know that God is love. God is love. So that means that he can be disappointed when we do bad things. But he still loves us. And that's why he remembered Noah.
Yes, there is one person whom I love and trust, Noah.
Noah was the only one that was righteous, which means that he did things right. He was a good guy and he walked with God. So God said to Noah,
I'm going to put an end to all the people because the earth is full of fighting because of them. I'm going to destroy them and the earth.
As you wish, God. I am your humble servant.
I will tell you certain rules and regulations which you will have to follow.
God then gave Noah instructions on how to make the boat. He told him what kind of wood and how big to make it. He also told him to put a door in the side of the ark and to make it with 3 floors. The Bible says that next God told Noah that he would make a covenant with him. A covenant is an agreement with a promise.
I promise to save you, your wife, and your 3 sons and their wives. They would be safe in the ark. I'm going to flood the whole earth, and everything else would die.
2 of all living creatures, male and female, or the boy and girl of each. Plus 2 of every kind of bird and every creature that moves along the ground. Then food for each of them for as long as they were on the boat. That's a lot of animals and a lot of food. I think it would have been a very full, noisy, stinky place to be. But they would all be safe. It's hard to describe how big the ark actually was. But if you think of some of the biggest animals you know, like elephant, moose, buffalo, giraffe, rhino, gorilla, and make sure you have 2 of each of those, plus all the other little animals that couldn't be stepped on, they needed a lot of room. When the ark was done, God spoke to Noah.
Noah, within 7 days the whole world is going to get flooded. So before the flood, go, get all the animals and food on board. And remember, I would send rain for the next 40 days and 40 nights.
It has started to rain.
Rain started. The Bible makes it sound like the rain came from the clouds and that there was also water coming up from the ground. So, everything probably was covered pretty quickly. The floods kept coming for 40 whole days. The ark floated on the water, and all the high mountains were completely covered with water. Every living thing died on the earth that wasn't in the ark. So the rain came for 40 days and nights. But when it stopped, Noah and the animals couldn't just leave the ark. There was too much water and no land for them to walk on. Everything was covered.
There is no place to land. We cannot step out of the ark.
The waters flooded the earth for 150 days, which is about 5 months. God remembered Noah and all that was in the ark. So he sent a wind to help dry the earth. Finally, in the 7th month after the floods had stopped, the ark rested on the top of a mountain. A little while after that is 40 days, Noah opened a window he had made for the ark and probably let in some fresh air. Even more importantly, he let a raven out. It would fly back and forth to the ark until the water had dried. Then he sent out a dove, but the dove couldn't find any place to go. He waited a week and then sent the dove out again.
Go and come back when you find a place to rest.
This time the dove came back with an olive leaf, which meant the waters had gone down. He waited 1 more week and let the dove out again. And this time it didn't return.
The dove hasn't returned. That means the dove has found dry land.
When the earth had dried up enough,
Noah, now it's time for everyone to embark from the ark to dry land.
I need to thank and worship God for saving our lives.
then Noah built an altar to thank God for keeping them safe. When God saw what Noah had done, he told Noah that he would never again curse the ground, even if people became very bad. Then he made his official covenant with Noah and with all the animals.
I would never bring the flood to kill all living creatures and destroy the whole earth again.
Then he gave them a sign for everyone to see this promise. He put a rainbow in the sky, and that's to remind us of the promise God made to Noah, the animals, and us today.